In last week's Q&A, we addressed the 5G launch. And speaking of 5G, I still haven't received 5G on my smartphones, the Jio network and the Airtel network I'm talking about. But keeping 5G aside, a lot of questions that I've been getting on the channel have been floating around that should we get a 4G smartphone in 2022, and especially the device in question has been the Moto G72, which is the latest Motorola smartphone, which is a 4G device, by the way. So we'll be addressing all these things in this week's edition of the live Q&A. Let's get started. The first question comes from Shreyam Bharadwaj. In 16,000 rupees, which phone is better? The Poco X4 Pro or the Moto G72? 5G is not my requirement. Okay, so this is not a very tricky question for me. In my personal preference, I would go for the Moto G72, and otherwise also I feel the Moto G72 is a better option over the Poco X4 Pro. 5G is definitely a deciding factor for many people these days, and the X4 Pro is a 5G smartphone. So if anyone has a 5G preference, then definitely the Poco X4 Pro is a better smartphone. But in my opinion, 5G is not going to go mainstream, at least 1 year or 2 years even. I don't think so it will reach all the nooks and corners of the country. So 4G smartphone still makes sense, and when we look from that perspective, the Moto G72 in my opinion definitely has a better 120Hz screen. The quality of the OLED screen is better on the Moto G72, plus I feel the multimedia experience is better there, and I like the cleaner software as opposed to MIUI that you get on the Poco X4 Pro. So I would personally choose the Moto G72. I think it's a fantastic smartphone, but if you have 5G as a preference, go for the Poco X4 Pro. It's a very good smartphone. Okay, so the second question comes from Adityan Suresh. Please do a comparison between the Moto G72 and the Redmi Note 11 4G. Adityan, I don't have the Redmi Note 11 with me right now, but if I can still give you a bit of context. So between the two phones, first of all, both are great 4G smartphones. And I've used the Redmi Note 11 in the past. I have recently used the Moto G72. And if we look at the prices of both these smartphones, as much as I love the Moto G72, I think so the Redmi Note 11 makes more sense if you're looking to, go for, if you have a tighter budget, because the Redmi Note 11 comes for around 12,000 rupees. And for 12,000 rupees, the performance of both the smartphones are more or less the same because they have the 6nm chipset. You won't see drastic difference in the performance. So performance is more or less the same, and you do get MIUI in the Redmi Note as opposed to cleaner Android 12 software on the G72, but there's a difference of price also. So that is also something that you should consider, I believe, if you have a tighter budget again. Overall, I think so the Redmi Note 11 makes more sense for the price, and if someone has a budget of around 11,000-12,000, I think so Redmi Note 11 4G is the phone to go for. The third question comes from Zaid Ali. Does iQOO Z6 Lite support 4G carrier aggregation? Also, how is the phone's camera quality? Well, Zaid, the iQOO Z6 Lite does support a 4G carrier aggregation, and the camera quality for a smartphone, for a sub 15,000 rupees smartphone, sub 20,000 rupees smartphone actually, I think the camera quality is great. But if you still want a lot more detail, then I would suggest please head over to our Hindi channel. Imam has done an in-depth review of the iQOO Z6 Lite. That video should definitely help you. The fourth question, or should I say a statement, has come from Vishal Giri, who is a regular at our channel. Thank you, Vishal, for posting a nice statement. Pixels launched at excellent prices. I definitely think so. Pixels have launched at excellent prices. 59,999 for the Pixel 7 and 84,999 for the Pixel 7 Pro. They only have a single variant, 128GB variant, 128GB storage options. I think so they have done fantastic pricing, when we see a S22 or an iPhone 14, an iPhone 14 starts at 80,000 rupees right now. That is for the base variant, but a Pixel 7 starts at 60,000 rupees. And don't even get me started with the special prices Flipkart has been offering these days. I've seen 50,000 rupees as the special price, and then you have the cashback offers, the exchange offers. I think so for what it's worth of how Google has priced the Pixel 7 phones right now, I think so they have done an excellent job, and I think so consumers should definitely believe in the product and they should give the Pixel phones a chance. I think so They are really great smartphones which depend a lot on the AI, and they have superb camera prowess. The last question comes from Ashwani Kumar. Does the G72, the Moto G72, feature NFC support? Yes, Ashwani, the Moto G72 does feature NFC support, and with NFC support you can also use that smartphone to make tap payments wherever you can make tap payments. So that's all for this edition of the Q&A session. I'll catch you all in the next edition next week. Until then, be sure to post your comments, statements, suggestions or questions in the comments below. I'll see you next week. Till then, thank you for watching.